Okay, good morning. So now we're going to make a video. We first go into Animoto, animoto.com. Okay, once you get into Animoto, you click Create. And it shows us a few styles that we can use here to create our videos. Okay, these are different layouts, and I suggest you take one at a time and just try and make a video with it, and then you can see how you like it or you don't. It has different ones here: popular, customizable, and events, real estate, seasonal, and this is for everything, right? So as you can see, there's quite a few there. You can go into events here, and it has some different ones there. Seasonal, you can see there for autumn, spring, blue frost, bloom, different ones like that. Okay, now we're just gonna click one just to get started to show you how it is, right? Let's just say that we're doing a documentary here. It doesn't mean actually documentary, it just means that we can use this layout as a document, right? So here we show a little bit of a preview so we can see how it's working, and you can see what the layout of the actual video is, right? So we got full screen here, we've got some music happening, just add some photos and some videos, right? Alright, so it's fairly open, fairly straightforward, no problem, okay? So if you like that, then just click Create Video, and then it opens into the Video Creator, right? And in the Video Creator you have access to different things, okay? Now, let's just see here. We have what's called a timeline. This is the timeline of your video, and here we can start with some text, say, right? So we go here, text, right? And then we can write some text, okay? Now, normally if we do a video, we will start with the keywords that we are ranking or trying to rank for. In this case, right, our keyword is fairings for motorcycles. So we're going to do a video about fairings for motorcycles. Fairings are little plastic things, little shields that sit on a motorbike. And we have a customer, and he wants to have a video produced for that purpose. Okay, so fairing for motorcycles, right? And then we can say something like proudly presents, and we can make a bit of a title here, the joy of riding a motorcycle. Yeah, help if I could spell. That's it. Yeah. The joy of riding a motorcycle, right? And then we can put, as you can see here, you got no more words left. Up here we have 16 characters left, so we can put 16 more words here. Let me just show you if I keep putting down here. See how the 10 goes down now to 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you cannot do any more, okay? So you cannot just keep writing. You have to think about what you're writing, okay? So fairings for motorcycles, right? And then proudly present the joy. Now watch your spaces here, right? Because everything here is important. You are trying to send a message to somebody, right? So that message, of course, cannot be presented having spelling mistakes and all kinds of things. So always check your writing and make sure that it sounds nice. And then you can see whether it's right or not. Sometimes we just can't see it, so leave it for a while, come back, look at your video again, and see if the spelling is correct, or get somebody else to look at it with you, okay? So we save that. Now you can see that popped into the first picture here, right? All right. So fairings for motorcycle, proud to present the joy of writing. Right now, probably what we should have here is some sort of a picture of a motorbike, right? So we'll just have a look here. This program has different pictures. Now we can pick up here from our computer, which is there, or we can pick up some from Facebook, Instagram, Dropbox, Flickr, or SmugMug, right? We also have an image library. Let's just have a look at that. Now, here we got Valentine's Days, birthdays, announcements, travel, nature, scenes, animals, and holidays. I doubt very much whether we will get a motorbike in here, but we can just have a look here at travel, for instance. You'll see all the different pictures here, right? Now there's planes there, but there's no motorbikes, right? As far as I can see here, right? So we'll have to try and find these somewhere else. So we can go in here, and normally what I do is I pick out a few that I already want, that I already know I'm going to be using, and then I click there, and then I click here. And then on my computer, I would already have preloaded a file, right, of pictures that I want to use. So let's say in the pictures, right, I would find a file there under fairings for motorcycles, okay? And I would open that file, and as you can see, there's nothing in there at the moment, okay? Now I'll just stop this video and I will just put some in there so you can see how we actually do it, okay? So I'll just stop for a minute and I'll come straight back. Yeah, so normally we will have a folder here, and we got one here called fairings. So we open that and you can see we got some motorcycle images there, some images of bolts for these fairings. These are fairings there. You can see they're sitting on the motorbikes here and there, these ones, right, up here as well, yeah? So it's a set, right, that fits one particular motorbike. This one fits Yamaha, this one too, and this one too. So these ones just different colors, different styles, Suzuki, right, different Suzuki there as well. So different things, right? So we can probably select all maybe there and then open, right? Now see how they all come in there now, right? So now we have gathered all the photos that we need for our movie, and we just have to put some text in. Also, we have the opportunity up here to change our song if we don't like the song that would be played in a minute, right? So, but we take that last, because then we can choose the correct song that fits that theme, perhaps, right? Okay. So while we're waiting for these photos to render, as it's called, to actually come true, we can just start producing some text here. So we add some more text, right? So fairings for motorcycles, right? And proudly present the joy of writing, all right? So obviously the theme here is about writing the motorbike, right? Now, if you're not sure about how to write things and whatever, you can just go out of this one for a while and just go, let me see here, and then just go into google.com.au. That's what I use. That's the easiest one for me from Australia, right? So when you get here, once it loads up there, any day now, yeah, we can go in and we can have a look and see if we can find some more articles or something similar to that, right? About the joy of writing. So I can just go in here and I just put joy of riding a motorbike, a motorcycle, right? CLE. So joy of writing, exactly what we had there. See, somebody's already been looking for that, right? So we can go in. We can also use quotes, by the way. Let me just show you this first here. quotes, right? We can actually use quotes in our thing here, right? So let's just say here, motorcycle quotes. Yeah. Again, it's loading a bit slower at the moment because we're recording this, of course. So just bear with me for a minute here, right? Now look at all these here, right? These are perfect, you know, for our you know, text for that matter, right? Now we cannot fit it all in, so we have to look at getting some smaller one, right? You don't need a therapist if you own a motorcycle, any kind of motorcycle. I'm not the biggest motorcycle fan. Here we go. They're cool and lots of fun, but they're scary as well. Alright? So you can see here there's different things we can use here. My dream for the future are simple. Work, a happy, healthy life, a lovely long motorcycle ride, and continue the struggle to awaken people to the need for serious human rights reform, right? So these are different actors that has quoted something or have said something. You probably recognize this guy here, Nicolas Cage, right? Eric Bana, he's an Australian actor, right? So yeah, different people, different quotes, right? Vin Diesel, you know Vin Diesel here. It wasn't until I went to college and I got my first motorcycle that I understood the thrill of speed, right? Okay. I carry groceries home on the tank of my motorcycle, right? So all sayings about motorcycles. So we can just go back a little bit again here to quotes, right? Now we can just take the quotes away and then just say joy of riding motorcycle, right? Now the joy of riding a motorcycle. So this is what our video is all about. Now here's a bit of a video. We can also get some stuff, right? Now here's why ride a motorbike, right? The joy of motorcycling, right? Where riders go to know, right? Why we ride a motorbike, right? Okay, so let's just have a look at this. It doesn't really matter which one we take, right? Look at this guy here. Why do we ride, right? Look at his motorbike, right? Sitting and which is not quite true. We see the world through a television screen. We listen to the news. That is really heavy to read that one, so we won't take that one. Let's try this one. We want something that we can easily get something from. Why ride a motorbike, right? So here, right? Why ride a motorcycle? Riding is someone most people. So we can actually steal this a little bit here, right? Why ride a motorcycle, right? And then we copy that and we go to our video here and we click add text there and we can put this one there, right in there, right? Why ride a motorcycle, right? Then we can go and find maybe some more here. Riding is something most people don't have to do but rather feel compelled to for a variety of reasons. One of the things you feel quite like nothing feels quite like a motorcycle. The thrill of being, right? So we can actually take here, we can take some of this here, right? Two-wheel machine, right? Let's just take that one, right? Copy this. Right? I'm just taking anything randomly here and I can put here and I can just paste, right? Nothing feels quite like a motorcycle. The thrill, right? Now you can see we cannot put too many more words in there, right? It's all gone, right? So we have to make this look a little bit neater, right? So nothing. So we can actually put it in quotes. That means that somebody has said it, right? The thrill, right? The thrill. Okay. Now we can probably. I can't even fit that in, so I'll have to take that out there and just have nothing feels like, right? So save, okay? Now, this is just one way of getting some text, right? Nothing feels like a, you know, we can maybe look some more here. Right. And as you go here, you can also see, you know, 8 things to consider before buying you, how to ride a motorcycle. But we're not really only about motorcycle, we're also about these fairings, right? That's what we want to promote. You can see these ones, right? So we're going to try and get back to that, right? Why ride a motorbike? And nothing feels quite like it, right? Then we can go into, say, one of the most important things is to one of the most important thing is to look good and feel great. Okay, so one of the most important thing is to feel good, right, and look great. Now we can do this a little bit better here. Good, and so we're just sort of like highlighting a little bit. Feel great, right, when riding a bike. Or we can actually put, remember, it's better if you use your, B-I-K-E, right? So look and feel great when riding your bike, okay? So that's a bit of saying there. So now we got that, right? So now we got that one. We can put this one in here. Look how I do this, there, right? And then we got some riding pictures there. And then we can put that here, okay? All right. Now then we can move. This is getting us into these fairings, right? All right. Now we can take these ones here and take out if we don't like them, or we can take any of these photos out. But basically, here's a bit of our story, right? Fairings for motorcycle, proudly present the joy of riding, right? Now here comes a bike. We can also enter a bit of caption down here. You can see that says captions there, right? And we can put a bit of caption here, right? There's the bike. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful, right? Yeah. Here's a fairings up here, right? Underneath here, right? This one is a fairing, right? So it just makes it look good, right? Now here, right? We can write feel the need for speed, okay? And then just save it, right? Now, it's just a little bit of caption to that picture, right? Okay. Now, why ride a motorcycle, right? Nothing feels quite like, you know. And then we see another picture here. We can add a little caption to that too, all right? So there's, all right, the thrill of, normally when we write text, we should always keep things in bigger letters, but sometimes I just don't like the smaller words to be too big, right? So the chase, right? So I'm using the words, you know, the capitals to highlight that word a little bit. So the thrill of the chase, right? He's chasing after him here, right? He's competing, right? Okay. Now we can put more in there, but I'm just trying to give you a good idea here, so how I do it, right? One of the most important things is to look good and feel great, right? Now let's expand on that a little bit. Let's add more text here, all right? Your motorcycle is your best friend. F-R-I-N-D, friend. Most people feel that way, you know. Most riders that owns a motorbike, they really enjoy riding so much. It's like having a pet, a dog or a cat. You really love your dog and your cat, right? So your motorcycle is your best friend, right? Make it look great with the latest furious, right? Furious fairing. Okay, now we should have had one more fairings there. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult to sort of have enough words, right? Right, your motorcycle. Okay, so what we can do here is we can add a little bit. Why not? Oh, we cannot fit that. So why not? Oh, okay. Make. Oops, we cannot fit that. Okay. Get. Okay, so we're just trying to find some way of getting the words to suit in here. Sometimes that's difficult. Your motorcycle is your best friend. We're looking for a 3-letter word that get the look. Get the look. Get the look. Get the get the modern. You can put modern look with the latest fairings, right? Okay, get the modern look with the latest fairings, right? Get the modern look. Get the awesome. I don't know if we got enough room for that. O-E-S-O-M-E, maybe. Awesome. Yes. Get the awesome look with the latest furious fairings, right there. Okay. So, okay. So this one just needs to swap over here, right? Okay, so fairings for motorcycles, feel great, why ride a bike, the thrill, one of the best, right? Your motorcycle is your best friend, right? And then we can put some of these in here, there, oops, do it again, there, again, that's it. Now we got it there, all right? Now we can put a caption on here, all right? There, and we can actually say what it is, right? So let's just say that, right? So if you look now, you can see that it doesn't actually show like it did before in the folder, right? It doesn't show what type it is, right? Okay, but we can look that. We can go into our folder here, our picture folder there, and we can go, where's the desktop here? There, library's favorite, desktop there. Okay, and we can go into our folder here. We can fairings there, and we can see which one that is, that one, right? So let's just look at it here. So this one here is a blue, so that's a Suzuki, right? Suzuki, right? There, so we can go down here. Where can I put it? Here. There. there. So I think it's this one here, right? So then we can write there. Let's bring the picture forward again. There. Alright, now Suzuki and GSX, right, R600, right? So Suzuki GSX and then 600, right? We can take a look again and see if we got it right. GSX R600, right? Okay, so we need to have an R in there. Yeah. Let's look again. There. 750, right? Okay. Yeah. 600. Okay, we probably don't need that the bottom text there, right? Okay, so now having done that, we can then save that right there. So that gives us, of course, the models and everything there. Let's put a few more here. There, like that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I normally suggest that we have about 10, you know, like 5 or so text and 5 or so photos, right? Now we can make this a little bit longer because there's so many different selections, different colors that we want to show, right? Okay, but that means we have to add some text, right? So view the in range of fairings available. Okay, view the incredible range of fairings, right, and choose your best layout, right? Choose your best layout for your machine. That's it. Choose your best layout. Choose your best layout. Choose your best set. Choose your best layout. Choose your best kit for your machine. Choose your best layout. Choose your best kit for your machine. Many choices. Many choices. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we just leave it at that one there. Choose your best kit for your machine. All right. There. Okay. So that's like we're, you know, we're saying, okay, come on there. Yeah. So one of the most important thing is to feel good and to look good and feel great. Your motorcycle's best friend, awesome, right? With incredible range of choose your best kits for that. And then you got boom, boom, boom. We look at those three here. We've added the caption there. Now we should add the caption here also, right? Since we have started it, then it's a good idea to do that. This is the yellow one, right? So remember the yellow one? That's a Suzuki, right? So, you know, what I do now is I just write that down, right? So Suzuki, and it's GSXR, same as the other one, but this is a 1000, okay? Okay, so we just write here again. Yeah, Suzuki GSXR PSXR 1000. All right. Now we put this detail in because, you know, series writers, they know what they're looking for, right? Okay, so now we got some stuff here. So we put in here, these are bolts that are used to put these things, right? So we add text again. Don't forget, forget to choose your accessories. Accessories, right? Don't forget you choose your accessories. We stuck your fasteners for every set of fairings. All right, okay, very good. Don't forget to choose your accessories, right? To there, don't forget to choose your accessories. We stock your fasteners for every set of fairings, right? So there, we can put that in there. Now, so that comes before these two there. Again, we can add the caption here, and we just look at our photo again here, and we say, so these ones are fairings for, you see there's 2 packs there, so they're fairings for, fairing bolts for Kawasaki Ninja, right? So we write that in there. Yeah, we cannot do that. I was just trying to see if we could perhaps just take the text, but we cannot do that. Okay. Now, so I just have to write it again. Fairings, fairing bolts for Kawasaki Ninja. And that's set X. Okay, set X. Okay, so we just go back to here, and where are we here? Fairing bolts. That's these ones here, there. Okay, into there. Fairing bolts for Kawasaki Ninja. Set X, okay? Alright. And then save there, alright? And we do the same one for this one. So again, we look at our picture here, and this is fairing bolts for, and this is for a Suzuki GSXR 1300 Heya Boo. Okay, Heya Boo. Alright, so let's go back to our thing here. That's this one here. So we caption here. We put in here fairing bolts for Suzuki. This is Suzuki, yeah. Let me just check that. It doesn't look right there. No, it is the C. It is the C. Yeah, that's right. There, yeah. Suzuki, and the number is GSXR 1300, and Heya Boo. That's it. Okay. So fairing, oh, that's a mistake. You have to look this all the time. Fairings, there. F-A-I-R-I-N-G-S, fairing. There's only one, so it's fairing bolts, right? Many bolts. fairing bolts for Suzuki, and then a little bit of space there so it looks more clean, right? And then save that. Okay, now we've got so many here, right? So we can add a few there again, eh? So we put some text in here and we say many models to choose from. Make your bike look stunning and preserve. Okay, so we're going to go up and choose from, right? Make your, you cannot fit bike in, so we can just take this one up here. Make your bike look, so see how the L there makes it looks a little bit out of there, and preserve and keep the OEM for later. Okay, now the OEM is for bike riders. They know what that is. That is the ones that are sitting, the fairings that are sitting on the bike when you actually buy it, right? So if you keep them, then you can, when you sell the bike later, it looks like brand new, right? Many models to choose from. Make your bike look stunning and keep the OEM for sale, right? For sale later. Okay, that's not going to do it. And keep your okay, for later. Okay, and we just put that in there, save. Okay, so now we got in here, right? Many models to choose from, right? Bike, make your bike look stunning and keep your same for later. So now we're just going to keep it in there. So we'll just click on here again, right? And we'll just check with our thing down here what it is, right? It's a black one here. So that's the Suzuki there. That's the GRS, the same as we had the fairing bolts for, right? Okay, so we can just do that one same as we did here. So we can do Suzuki GSXR, is that what we had? GSXR 1300, and then Hayabu. That's it. Just make that a little A there. That's it. Hayabu. Okay, there. Okay. Now, next one. There. Okay, so we're there. We just look at our video here. So that's a Yamaha R1. Okay, very simple. All right. So here, Yamaha R1. Okay. Oops. 1. That's it. Yamaha R1. Save. All right. And this one here. All right. We'll just go through here. We'll look here. Which one is that? That's this one here. That's a Yamaha R1 2, right? Yamaha R6. So very good. Very easy now, right? Okay. So again, there. Yamaha R1. Oops. There. Save. And this one. Yamaha R6. Okay, there. So now we got that. We got our videos together here, all right? And then we just put here. Now we're going to just remember what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that we tell people where to go, right? That's the whole idea with these videos. We show them something, right? All right. So get the best, all right? The latest, right? Get the best quality, right? Now if we want to make that a little bit standing out, then make it like that. Get the best, the latest fashion. That could be something that people are really concerned about. Get the best quality, the latest fashion, right? Check out the full series today at, right? And then we put one like that in. Fairings, now we cannot put that in, okay? So add there, check, okay, check the latest out, okay, add, save that, okay, and then we put another one in here, F-E-R-A for that's very messy here. There, fairings for motorcycles. There, fairings. You have to remember to check everything, right? Now, we can do this here. Fairings for motorcycles, right? .com. Okay. And then we can put underneath HTTP there / right? Like that, right? All right. Go to here for. We only got 3 lists here. Yeah? Go here today, right? There, okay, go here today, right? So this one is a bit bigger there. Maybe we can get a little bit of space here, I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. And then we can create a little bit of a space in there. It's all about looking good. Make your video look good, okay? So there. Okay. Go here today, HTTP. Now we don't use www anymore, okay? It's going to go away altogether. So we use this one, HTTP, right? Sorry, semicolon, / right? / and then fairings for motorcycles. Make sure you check everything for spelling, because if there's something wrong, of course, then it doesn't go to the right place, right? Okay. Yeah. So fairings for motorcycles, right? Okay. Furious brand. You can fit it in. No. Okay, maybe we can take this one off. Right there. Furious brand. Okay. Furious brand, fairings for motorcycles, okay? Go ahead today, Furious brand, right? Okay. I'll take this one out, Furious brand for serious riders, okay? Furious brand. The Furious brand for serious riders, right? Furious brand. Available from, that's it. Available, the Furious brand, right? Now we have to stand that out a little bit, okay? Otherwise people don't know what that is, right? Available from. So we'll take this one out and just have that one. HTTP faringsformotorcycles.com. Save, right? Okay. So the Furious brand available from there. Now I do like to make sure that we really send them to the right place, right? And if they don't see it the first time, then we want to make sure that we get it right? So go here, up here, right? faringsformotorcycles.com. Email to info at okay, go here. For advice, for advice, mail to, there, all right. Info at faringsformotorcycles.com. Check everything again, and then save. Now what we've done is we got the whole movie together here. You can see that I've gone a little bit more, but I think you sort of get a pretty good idea of what I'm trying to do here, right? So fairings for motorcycle, feel in the blah blah blah, right? The trill. So I'm putting a little bit on here. I'm writing a bit of text and everything like that. Now what we'll do is we'll preview that video. We do that here, there. And of course the preview is for you to see what it will look like when you finish with your video. So you can also just make sure that your text is okay before you actually produce it. You can see it's got like the produce button here, right? We can also check whether we like the song that's associated with it. If we don't like the song, remember they just put a song on for us, right? So here, fairings for motorcycle products and the joy of riding a motorcycle, right? Here's the feel the need for speed, right? Here comes the song, can you see? It's not too bad, right? Why ride a motorbike, right? The thrill of the chase. One of the most important things is to look good, feel great when riding your bike, right? Your motorcycle is your best friend, get the awesome look with the latest Furious fairings. View the incredible range of fairings. Choose your best kit for your machine. Right? So now we're showing him Suzuki, right? Stop the fastest for every set of fairings, right? Fairings both, right? So the video has to sort of fit together. Many models to choose from. Big, pure bike looks stunning and keep going for later. Right? Perfect, I think, right? Get the best quality, the latest patch. Check out the full series today at right? Furious brand available from. Perfect, right? Go here, faringsformotorcycles.com. Very clear, okay? So it's a very good movie. So now I produce it, right? Now I get the titles. The titles must include the keywords, right? So we put in here, fairings for motorcycle. Okay, we got the date, Nick Struan. So here, right, we write Fairings for motorcycles. Note that I do the same again, right? Motorcycles, right? The keyword is so important if we're trying to rank, right? So fairings for motorcycles, right? Comma, the famous, M-O-U-S, famous, furious, right? Again, highlighted because this is what it is. It's a famous brand, furious, right? It means a little bit more than angry, right? So the furious brand, right, is for serious motorcycle enthusiast, right? Enthusiast. Motorcycle. Oh, we forgot one here. Lucky with that. Fairings for motorcycle. The famous Furious brand is for serious motorcycle enthusiasts. All right, there. All right. Get your fairings today and make your bike look $1 million. Best quality, best selection of colors, and an affordable price. Get yours now. And there, all right? HTTP, okay, so again, I put that here in the bottom of the video, right? So, and finish. Okay, so now we're having a look at the video there. Right, it's finalizing, it's been put up there. Okay. Now we can just have a look here. We can see we can edit the video, we can upgrade to HD, we can download it, and there's some settings here. Right here we can email it to someone, we can share it on Facebook, on Tweet, we can link it to something else, we can send it directly to YouTube, or we can embed it on a website, and there's more things we can do here. Let's look at the more things. Right, see Pinterest, WordPress, Tumblr, we can send it to any of those, right? SmugMug linked it, and whatever, yeah? Okay, so we always hide that brand if we can, yeah? Okay, and then go off there, right? So anyway, I'm just going to download it at the moment here because I'm going to send it, right? Okay, so let's just check out the video first, make sure it's okay. look for mistakes, spelling mistakes. Okay, now that's I'm happy with that. I will send it to YouTube straight away. Let me just show you how I do this there. All right, we'll just upgrade to HD, right? So we'll just upgrade to the finest quality there, right? What that means is of course it's more pixel per inch, if you like. So the more clearer, it's much clearer when you read it, right? So it's, you can see here 1080 compared to 720 or 480 pixels per square inch, right? That's how they work it out, right? A square inch is like, you know, very small, right? It's actually a square inch is 2.5 millimeters by 2.5 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters, right? That's a square inch. And you see it's rendering here. And when it does, then we're able to, rendering means that it's actually producing the video, right? So now what it's doing is taking what we did before and it's making it more clearer, right? Adding more pixels to the same square inch, which means that when you look at it in YouTube, it looks really, really good, right? Now you can see here also, right? So your video is now available at 1080p. We can also like it in, right, in Facebook here. Okay, well, let's just go to YouTube there, okay, and then begin exporting, right? So export in progress, you will be emailed, right? So I'll get an email when it's sent off, right? Now I'm also going to take it down here, so download it, right? We've already done that, right? So MP4, that's what we're going to pick it as, right? Yeah, now then they say where we're going to stick it, right? Okay, where we're going to put it. So open with, download all, save to, and then we can browse here, right? See, at the moment it's going to the documents, right? But maybe we can put it in the video section here, right, instead. So now we've got the videos there, and then we can call it something, right? So we call it fairings for motorcycles. Now this, not by chance I'm choosing this, right? Because again the keyword is so important. Fairing, oops, we need an S there, fairings for motorcycles, right? Okay, and then select a folder, right? Now we don't have a folder, so we can make one new there, and then folder there. We call that fairings for motorcycles. Yeah. Fairings for motorcycles, that's it there. Okay, so we select the folder there and then okay, right? Now you can see that error just went up there, so now that's downloading to, right, to that. Okay, so now we can go out of this one, right, and we actually got a video there. Now once of course this is downloaded, right, which is already happening there, I think, we can go here and we can just see it in the folder, right? There it is, right?